Welcome. And thank you for spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready for the special NBA presentation. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud points.
Pass to Drummond. Back to Cunningham. Drummond with the screen. Outside, Alexander Walker. Just 4 to shoot. And the layup is good. And one thing we expect to see tonight, great guard play on both sides.
Well, these matchups can be so compelling. You know you're going to get elite ball handling, passing, shot creation. No question, this one's going to be entertaining to watch.
Pass to Johnson. Miller outside. Now Johnson. Off target with the 3. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Now here's Alexander Walker. Cunningham up top. Taking command on offense when they need it. Putting up 21 a game. Here's Giddey. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Now here's Cunningham. Drummond with the screen. Here's Alexander Walker. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Fires for 3. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Well, Grant, a wrist injury hampered Brandon Miller in year 2. Good to have him back in action, though.
Yeah, the number 2 pick in 2023. I mean, the future still bright for Miller, and he'll have every opportunity to fulfill his immense potential.
Giddey with it. Checked by Gordon. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
I love how aggressive Kuzma is in transition. Terrific at finding ways to execute.
Cunningham drives in. The layup off target. And here comes the break from Pete Giddey. Offensive rebound. Clanks the putback jam. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Rick Carlisle. We briefly talked about Jaylen Brown and what kind of defensive mindset you have to have against him, and he said we have to be willing to work just as hard as he is. We have to fight through every single screen, talk to one another, and contest every shot we can. Sounds like it'll be an all-out effort against Brown here in this one. Brian, back over to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Yeah, every year in the league, Johnson's become a better three-point shooter. That tells you how hard he works in the offseason.
There's Cunningham with a three.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
Now here's Alexander Walker. He's got 5. Three-pointer. Miller pulls it in. Here's Giddey. Rips down the breakaway slam.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Miller on the wing. On the wing, Kuzma. Lets the three fly. He drops it from range. Kuzma's got 7 points in the game.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
And here's Cunningham outside. Pure from three-point range.
And Cunningham responds confidently at the other end.
Now Giddey, averaging around 5 points a game. Pass to Miller. 6 to shoot. Outside Giddey. Stripped it away. Alexander Walker with it. And it's Giddey picking him up. Here's the pick. They kick it out to Murray. Stolen by Miller. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Back to Cunningham. Two on the clock. And Cunningham throws it down.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Clock at 6. Here's Alexander Walker. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
Yeah, there's Cunningham unselfishly giving up the ball. Great pass.
Left side, Johnson. Pass to Miller. Outside Giddey. Here's Kuzma. Defended by Gordon. And here's Giddey. Outside, Brown. JB off the bounce. Oh, misses the dunk.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Back to Alexander Walker. Launches it. They get it again. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, it's little things like that. Getting the offensive board and converting, that's what has elevated Aaron Gordon's game.
Miller outside. Kick out to Brown. Over Murray from Pete Giddey. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Stan, when you look at Josh Giddey's game, how would you best describe it?
Well, B.A., he's a triple-double threat. Taller playmaker, sees the floor well, can rebound. I love his versatility.
And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And that's his second foul. I don't know if they'll sit him. It's a tough decision.
Now here's Cunningham. 9 points in the game. Outside, Alexander Walker. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's on Brandon Miller.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Miller can't get it to go.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
In transition. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thanks for the report. Outside, Alexander Walker. Beyond the arc.
And with great length and explosiveness, Drummond's ability to clean up the glass is second to none.
Miller outside. Outside Johnson. And stolen by Murray. Cade taking it in. Out to Gordon. Cunningham. And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
You could really see his squad was losing steam. Smart timeout to give them a breather.
And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left in the second quarter.
Big night for Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade can take over a game.
Miller outside. Inside. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. Cunningham looking around. We've got 1:28 left in the first half of this game. Great positioning on the putback.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
To stop the run. On the wing, Kuzma. Stolen. And they're running. Cunningham, right side. Pass to Merrill. There's the triple. Gets the 3 to fall. Merrill's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Mitchell. And here's Brown for 3. Great D that time from Murray.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Remarkable hustle on the glass by Brown. He earned that second chance scoring opportunity.
Back to Merrill. To the right side. Just 5 on the clock. From short range. And he can't get that one. And they're on the break. Can't get it to fall. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Up 5. And we'll be back right after this. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And here's Cunningham. 4-3. finish the one-handed jam. And they're pushing it up. On the break, Jaylen Brown.
One of the smoother athletes in the game. Brown just sort of glides up court in transition.
They set the pick. Stolen by Mitchell. In transition, here they come. They get the rebound. Over Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Brown. Back to Miller. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Now here's Cunningham. 13 points in the game. Alexander Walker with the bucket.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Here's Giddey. 7 points in the game. Pass to Kuzma. It's Brown on the wing. Let's go with a 3. Gordon pulls it in.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Miller.
Checking in for the away team, number 25, A.J. Mitchell.
Cunningham outside. 5 to shoot. The 3 ball. No good that time.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Yeah, so skilled once he gets in close. Kuzma has so many moves around the rim.
It's his first trip to the line, and he drops him first. That one's no good. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. It's Cunningham with a drive. And Cunningham throws it down.
There's the handle of Cunningham on full display with that nice tape.
Fires in the triple.
3 points.
Miller's got 7.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Merrill outside. And Gordon with the big finish.
Yeah, that's a strong finish there by Gordon. Right through the contact.
Now here's Mitchell. Still without a bucket. The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Miller. Nails it from 3.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Drummond with the screen. Cunningham outside. Here's Merrill. Fires the 3. It's good on the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Left side, Mitchell. Pass to Miller. Kuzma outside. From deep, Mitchell nails it from beyond the arc. Mitchell's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And there's a pick. Cunningham with the ball. He's picked up by Miller. Cunningham outside. Back to Merrill. From the arc. Rebounded by Kuzma.
Yeah, and they hold the lead in spite of his cold shooting night. He has not been able to get it going.
And there's a 3-second violation.
Coming onto the floor for the away team, number 22.
Minute 32 left in the third quarter here. And here's Cunningham outside. Rebounded by Johnson. When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Graham, at his height, What a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
Now here's Gordon. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Aggressive move from Cunningham.
Assertive drive by Cunningham. Just took off and never looked back.
And it's Mitchell, the miss.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
First personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor for your home team.
So it's the home team now. 2-point game. Pass to Alexander Walker. Merrill outside. Shot clock at 5. Brown with the steal. All by himself. Here's Rollins. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Rollins has gotten his first basket of the night.
Well, there's an example of Brown's ability to see the floor. Nice pass right there.
Pass to Merrill. Outside, Alexander Walker. Offensive rebound. What if it goes? And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And coming up as soon as we return from... And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Here's Brown. Pass to Kuzma. Now Brown. Here's Rollins. Shot clock at 6. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Cunningham outside. Outside, Alexander Walker. No good on the 3. And here's the fast break. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. Cade Cunningham picks that one up. And that one misses. Stan, one thing about Jaylen Brown, he seems so composed out there.
Yeah, B.A., he's very calm. Doesn't waste energy. You love a player who's this focused and calculated.
Here's Brown. Out to the right wing. Out to the right wing. Pass to Kuzma. For 3. Hits the trifecta.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Outside, Alexander Walker. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Yeah, and after not making any triples in the first half, that's his second since the break.
And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. The kick out to Kuzma. Pass to Rollins. Cunningham with the ball. Outside, Alexander Walker. Jacks up a 3. It's stolen by Johnson. On the break. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
Yeah, when Kuzma has this kind of game, good luck slowing him down.
It's Cunningham with a drive. And he slams it in one-handed.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's Brown. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It goes on Aaron Gordon.
Aggressive move by Brown, forcing the defense to react.
Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
Well, yeah, that's why he was the #1 pick back in 2021. Cunningham showing there that he can dominate games.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now Brown. Miller outside. And stolen by Cunningham. Only one man back on D. Gordon. And he grabs the board and finishes it off.
More than anything else, you love the confidence that Gordon had on that huge score.
Now Kuzma. Here's the pass to Brown. Whoa! Jaylen Brown, do it!
Well, we all know this about Jaylen Brown. He will work incredibly hard to get the big bucket.
And counted.
Big time points from Cunningham. Good to see him stepping up in these moments.
And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
They set the screen.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
He launches. Money from three.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
Now Miller puts up the tray. Cash from downtown.
And neither side right now giving an inch. We'll see who cracks first.
Cunningham outside. From downtown. The three is in.
And it's even more satisfying when you answer with a three, and it looks like they're putting the game out of reach.
Now Miller. Now Mitchell. Outside Miller. 5 on the clock. Here's Kuzma. Deflects the pass. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Here's Cunningham. There's the screen. Shoots a three. The three ball is down.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
56 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Picked by Murray. It's Cunningham with a drive. Both hands there for a little extra.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Well, there's the shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Away team ball.
So they get the victory here at home.